Hi, this is Tom Klein, Avon Town Manager. This is our first web report for the council meeting. Town Council had a meeting last night, and here's a summary of the items that happened at the meeting. The first item was the awarding of the community grant to a variety of organizations. The community grant program is designed to support events in Avon to enhance the quality of life. The following groups received funding. The Avon Community Heritage Festival received $6,000 for the Heritage Festival and tree lighting ceremony. The Avon Washington Township Library received $3,550 for their Celebrating Avon event at the library, as well as an evening concert at Town Hall. The West District YMCA received $2,250 for their Healthy Kids Day event in the town of Avon. The Central Indiana Artists received $2,000 for their spring art show that will be occurring here at Town Hall. The Avon Chamber of Commerce received $8,000 for their 5th annual Hendricks County Rib Fest that happens in the end of June at the Washington Township Park. The Avon Marching Black and Gold Band received $1,000 for their Fall Marching Invitational. The Hendricks Symphonic Society, which has its home here in Avon, received $5,000 for their 2009-2010 concert season. And finally, Susie's Place received $1,000 for their Community Day grand opening here in Avon. The next item that was approved by the council was an authorization for the Avon Police Department to apply for grant funds from the stimulus program for the hiring of police officers. They are applying for 3 officers, and the council authorized them to apply. This does not commit us to expending any money. The plan for the grant is that you have to have an officer for 3 years, which is funded 100% through the stimulus funding program, and then the town must commit to fully pay for an officer in the 4th year. So we are doing a sustainability analysis for our budget to determine the financial impact of hiring between 1 and 3 officers. Our estimated cost in the 4th year is between $86,000 for 1 officer or $260,000 if there are 3 officers hired. This would mean that we would have to find between $86,000 and $260,000 if we were awarded a grant and the council chose to hire between 1 and 3 officers. We should find out about that in the middle to the end of this year. The grant program would begin in 2010 and continue until 2012 with our obligation for full funding in 2013. The council also adopted Ordinance 2009-6, an ordinance to codify our stop signs, speed limit signs, and our traffic signals. This was an update to ensure that all of our regulatory signs are codified in the town code. The council also adopted an ordinance yesterday. It is Ordinance 2009-1. It's called the Roundabout Enforcement Zone Ordinance, and it establishes the rules of the road to operate a roundabout. These rules have been put into a roundabout brochure, and they are common accepted practices all over the United States on how to operate a roundabout. So we've codified them to ensure proper usage, and hopefully everyone will follow them. Failure to follow these rules could result in a ticket of $170. The first requirement is that if you're approaching the roundabout, you must yield to both lanes of traffic within the roundabout. So if you are coming in and you are wanting to enter the outside lane of the roundabout, you must wait until vehicles have cleared even the inside lane. So please make sure that when you're approaching the roundabout, you yield to both lanes of traffic. The second common requirement for roundabouts is when you are exiting a roundabout, you should turn on your right turn signal to indicate that you are exiting out of the roundabout. The third common practice for roundabouts that has been codified is to ensure that people stay in the same lane within the roundabout. So if you are in the roundabout, you cannot switch lanes. You must stay in that same lane until you exit the roundabout. The other one, which is kind of common sense, but this is codified just to make sure, is you are supposed to operate the roundabout in a counterclockwise direction. Also, vehicles in the outside lane cannot overtake vehicles on the inside lane. This means that a vehicle on the outside lane should not pass a vehicle on the inside lane, and they should be a little behind the vehicle on the inside lane. This allows the vehicle in the inside lane to exit without having an accident with the vehicle in the outside lane. Also, if you are in the right lane, which is called the outside lane of the roundabout, you must turn right at the first exit or continue straight and turn at the second exit. If you enter the roundabout on the inside lane, which is the left lane, you may not turn right at the first exit unless you travel in a counterclockwise direction completely around the roundabout. Then you may exit that first exit that you had come to. Hopefully these changes will help people understand how to use the roundabouts for safety and efficiency purposes. The Council also adopted Ordinance 2009-9, which applied an agricultural overlay zoning district to certain farms within the town that we've annexed. This allows those farms to receive an abatement from the town's property tax, and so that is our final step in our annexation process for these farms within the town. The Council also issued a proclamation yesterday proclaiming April 24th, 2009 as Avon Arbor Day. The town of Avon is a Tree City USA community. We are the only Tree City USA community in Hendricks County, and as part of that commitment, we adopt a proclamation that encourages everyone to recognize the value of trees, as well as we have a Arbor Day event on that day where we will be planting trees. I believe Aaron Mulryan, our Special Projects Coordinator and Urban Forester, will be working with one of our local schools to plant trees as part of that event. Well, I hope you have found our first web report on the council meetings useful and informative for you. The next council meeting is April 9th at 7 p.m. at the Avon Town Hall. At that time, we will be receiving an update from our financial consultant regarding the sustainability analysis for our budget. So hopefully at that meeting we'll have a better idea of where we stand with this year's budget, as well as projecting out in our future years. Also that day we may know more about funding for the Ronald Reagan Parkway Bridge over CSX as part of the stimulus funds. There's a meeting that day to award funding, so hopefully we will be coming to that meeting with good news. Thank you, and have a great spring break.